Welcome to this special edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. It is the end of 2024, and we'd like to take you on a trip down a memory lane, highlighting the accomplishments of the Nevis Island administration. As the year began, Premier the Honourable Mark Brantley encouraged citizens to embrace the challenges and opportunities that lay ahead.
I urge all who call St. Kitts and Nevis their home to commit themselves to building a culture of responsible citizenship. Citizenship that is selfless, citizenship that is service-oriented, citizenship that is honest, trustworthy, and compassionate. We must never view our citizenship as a luxury item or status symbol. For all intents and purposes, it should awaken within our beings a deep desire to practice the contact sport of national engagement and national intervention.
The Department of Gender Affairs launched the Gingerland Secondary School GSS chapter of the Boys Mentorship Program on January 18th. Minister of Gender Affairs, the Honourable Janelle Nisbet, officially launched the program.
A program such as this is not necessarily going in to look for bad apples or anything of the sort, because I thought all the students were very excellent in nature. It is to go in and tap into that potential that the students have at the school, but they might not have that mentorship, that opportunity in their home life, family life, or community life. So we're now exposing them to that opportunity, those experiences, to be able to reach their maximum potential. It is my pleasure and honor to be the one to declare the GSS chapter of the Boys Mentorship Program officially launched.
The Cabinet of the Government of St. Kitts and Nevis, led by Prime Minister the Honourable Dr. Terence Drew, visited Nevis on January 22nd for a joint meeting with the Cabinet of the Nevis Island Administration, led by Premier the Honourable Mark Brantley.
We are a very small country. We have limited financial resources. We have limited human resources. And it therefore is important that we harness all that we have available to us for the benefit of all in the country, Nevisians and Kittitians, those who call the island of St. Kitts home and those who call the island of Nevis home. We are all one people, one nation, and we must learn to work together if we are to advance.
The Monroe College partnered with the Nevis Island Administration to offer a scholarship to the winner of the Miss Culture Queen pageant. The Honourable Eric Evelyn made that announcement on January 25th during the official press conference for Cultmar 50.
President of Monroe College, Mark Jerome, has confirmed in an email to Premier the Honourable Mark Brantley the agreement to help the Nevis Island Administration increase educational opportunities for Nevisians by providing one full scholarship to be awarded to the Miss Culture Queen pageant winner for 2024. This funding covers all tuition and fees to study in New York and will stay with the awardee for the 8 semesters required to earn a bachelor's degree, provided she stay in good academic standing. The awardee may choose to study on our St. Lucia campus or wholly online, if that's her preference.
At that press conference, the Cultmar 50 Homestay Initiative, a collaboration between the Ministry of Tourism, the Nevis Tourism Authority, and the Cultmar Secretariat, was also launched.
The broad aims are to provide alternative and affordable accommodations to visitors. We also want to offer an enriching and authentic Nevisian experience that will bring economic benefit to the locals, Also to assist in attaining sustainable tourism and the promotion of tourism within rural communities. And our final aim is to spread tourism spending and boost economic development overall.
From January 1st to August 31st, the Ministry of Finance implemented the Cultmar 50 Island Enhancement Incentive Program, geared towards the rejuvenation of communities and businesses as part of the homecoming celebrations for Cultmar 50.
We are asking our people to partner with us and to improve their homes and businesses, their yard spaces, to, in essence, give the island a lift. And we all know sometimes a simple coat of paint can be a tremendous boost in improving the aesthetics of the island. And so, to make that more possible and feasible, the Cabinet has decided that we will exempt persons from duty and from the customs service charge on any purchases that have to do with the aesthetic enhancement of your properties.
The Honorable Congress Maynard, representatives of the Saudi Fund for Development, and other stakeholders in Nevis's Geothermal Development project met with Premier the Honorable Mark Brantley on February 13th.
We are delighted that we have, through the partnership with Saudi Arabia, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the opportunity to explore this very valuable resource. And I want to say to our visiting delegation that this has the potential to transform lives here. It is truly a transformational type of undertaking. Perhaps none other has been or can be as transformational as this, because it means that if we can get it right, St. Kitts and Nevis can become the greenest place on planet Earth. It can become a space where all of our electricity needs are generated through geothermal and through renewable energy.
The delegation also visited some of the geothermal sites that have already been identified. On February 16th, 2 employees of the Nevis Island Administration were recognized by the Ministry of Human Resources for their outstanding public service. Carolyn Brooks, Administrative Officer in the Office of the Premier, received the Long Service Award for excellent customer service and going above and beyond the call of duty. Rhonda Nisbet Brown, Senior Counsel in the NIA's Legal Department, received the Excellent Leadership Award for providing excellent support, inspiration, and mentorship to her staff. In February 2024, the Ministry of Communications and Works in the Nevis Island Administration undertook a job attachment initiative with the Lands and Survey Department in Montserrat. Minister of Communications and Works, the Honorable Spencer Brand, said it is good recognition for Nevis.
Practically all of the road work that we have done on Nevis was laid out and surveyed by our surveyors. A lot of the lands that the government have to make right with many persons who we would have acquired some of their lands during these road construction. This road improvement program would have been settled and sorted by our survey department. So I want to place on record my great delight to see that we have here in Nevis 4 young surveyors who are prepared and willing to look at Nevis and to say, listen, we want to go to Nevis to get some training and attachment, and we are delighted to welcome you.
Nevis won the 52nd Leeward Islands Debating Competition LIDC, which took place at the Royal St. Kitts Hotel. Nevis earned its spot in the semi-final round when Rishikesh Srinivasan and Kailana Parry were victorious over Montserrat on March 1st, when Rishikesh Srinivasan was also judged Best Speaker. Represented by Derice Stanley and Tiana Williams, Nevis won against St. Martin on March 2nd, when Tiana Williams was judged Best Speaker. The LIDC finals took place on March 3rd, when Nevis came up against host St. Kitts, represented by Jiren Webb and Michaela Maynard, who was also judged Best Speaker. Dubbed an historic multi-city event, for the first time, 2 days of the TDC 2024 Track and Field Inter-School Championships took place in Nevis.
There was a lot of talk in social media, there was a lot of talk on the radio, especially from St. Kitts, asking, well, if Nevis could actually host the meet, Madam President. But I'm very happy to say that we had the meet at the Nevis Athletic Stadium, and the meet came off wonderfully. None of our Nevis schools won. I think Charlestown Secondary was second, but who knows? We continue to work, and maybe next year or the year after, we will come out on top. Madam President, all of this was only possible because of the vision of this concerned citizens movement government, who had that vision to build that facility.
Minister of Education and Sports, the Honorable Troy Liburd. Winair officially resumed its service to Nevis on March 15th, with its first flight coming in from St. Martin. Premier and Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Mark Brantley, said he was pleased to see the connectivity between Nevis and St. Martin restored.
You've heard this schedule now, which is a weekend schedule, allows Nevisians to go to St. Martin for the weekend. It also allows those in St. Martin to come here for the weekend. But I think beyond that, St. Martin affords us tremendous connectivity with the rest of the world. And we want to commit to Winair to do everything that we can to ensure that this service not only endures, but that it expands and that it becomes a mainstay here on the island of Nevis. So we want this relationship to last, we want it to prosper, for the benefit of Winair for sure, but also for our benefit as well.
On March 26th, Premier, the Honorable Mark Brantley, announced that a third member was appointed to the Integrity in Public Life Commission, Nevis.
Gone ahead and indicated to the Deputy Governor General that the third member of that commission will be Attorney at Law, Mrs. Diana Claxton Whitaker. Mrs. Claxton Whitaker is a young woman. She is an established practitioner of the law here, having had just about 10 years membership at the bar. And it is my considered view that she satisfies the requirements for appointment to such an important body as the Integrity in Public Life Commission. I want therefore to say to the House and to the public that we now have constituted the Integrity in Public Life Commission and anticipate that it will continue with the important work that we're seeking to do as it relates to transparency, good governance, and a more open government and a more open system to instill greater confidence in the members of the public.
The administrative building of the Owali water taxi facility was commissioned with a grand opening on March 28th. The Honorable Alexis Jeffers, Special Advisor to the Premier, gave an overview of the project.
So it is not as simple as a pier and a building and a piece of land. It is what emanates from such a project that really tells the true story and the true meaning behind such a project. And so I am happy to be associated with it. I am sure all Nevisians are proud of what is here presently and what is to come. Of course, the parking will be addressed in due course, and indeed, when it's all said and done, you'll have a wholesome project so that every single Nevisian, resident of this island, every single visitor who use this access or this facility will be proud and pleased when they disembark or embark to go across the St. Kitts.
Stay tuned for more from 2024 when this special edition of the Nevis Newscast continues.